Welcome back to another episode, guys. My name is Mohammed Tantawi, and you're watching or listening to Dreamer Podcast. As always, I appreciate you watching or listening, and if you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. It helps me out more than you know. Otherwise, let's get started.
Cause I can't fit the bill, 3 jobs, 2 paychecks. Damn, the opportunity is great. Would be better if I was being paid.
So on today's show, I'm going to be taking a look at the adults in our lives, primarily their jobs, and are they satisfied with them? And, what's the life of a 30-year-old that has to find a job? Because there's a lot of stress, I feel, that goes into after college. Like, you just get thrown into the big world now and everything goes to nothing. This can be very problematic for someone who's trying to plan out their future, which you should never try to do, but get some semblance of what the future has in store, some idea. I found a study done by the Conference Board. They're an organization that kind of focuses on sharing information between businesses, both to have the best workplace, and I'm sure they have their own needs that, information they get from it. They interviewed a group of people and they asked them, are they satisfied with their jobs? 54% said they are. This is like 2019. This is up from 2018 where 51% said they weren't. So that actually is kind of cool to think about, because 51%, that doesn't sound like enough, right? That isn't because if 51% of my high school class got a job that they were satisfied with, I don't know whether to be saddened by that or to think that that's how corporate America works, where, you're just shooting for jobs here and there, and, people are just competing and someone's losing always to someone else's winning. One thing I found interesting about looking at the satisfaction thing was that if you look at the age difference, satisfaction goes up by age, which is weird because looking at it from a 19-year-old's perspective, I ask myself 2 questions. One, are you satisfied, or did you become satisfied over time and get used to it? Or the second one is, did you actually find a job over time and the grind was worth it, Now, you always hear that wages are not increasing with jobs, like over time, with inflation, doesn't keep up. These arguments are made all the time. One way I thought of researching this was not actually looking at have wages increased, because I'm sure that someone else already made the argument. It's what else are the corporations offering that people are saying, I'm just going to work here, forget it. Or is it all desperation? So I just wanted to check it out and find out. So I found another Gallup poll, and it reported that 63% of people said that they could find a job equally as good as they have now. So I'm guessing that's a comforting feeling, because if you feel like you can have better what you have now, but yet still keep this, I guess it's a kind of empowering feeling. I mean, you feel like you kind of have it. You got to have it figured out. You can do this if you want to. Having options feels nice, basically what I'm saying. Now, I could see this working against our corporation, because people are going to think that they can do whatever they want. But at the same time, I'm guessing when you're 30 and you have a mortgage that you take care of stuff. But that's just guessing, because I'm not 30 and I'm not speaking for anyone that is 30. Now, on this same study, 51% said they already are actively looking for a new job. So already I can tell you that 51% of the population is not working as hard as they can at a job. If you think about that from a adult's perspective, if I knew that most of my coworkers aren't grinding like I'm about to grind, that probably would empower me. Now, I want to show you this chart, and I'm looking at it with you right now. So look at what the change in leadership has done. This is on the Gallup poll. This is how businesses approach getting people to come and work for them. So it goes from their paycheck to their purpose, my satisfaction, my development. My boss is actually my coach. My annual review is an ongoing conversation. And my weaknesses become my strengths, my job becomes my life. That is actually kind of scary to think about, but at the same time, it's very appealing if someone can actually get wrapped up in this idea that, this job is going to be their purpose. And I don't know if that's necessarily a bad thing, because if you feel something is your purpose and it feels genuine and it feels good, I don't think that's very harmful to make someone feel good. And, everyone's meant for something different anyways. But that it is cool how businesses approach hiring you. For example, the NBA used to suck, and then the 70s came and it was and then the 80s came, and then Larry and Magic put it on the map. So everything over time, things change, people evolve, something always puts you out there. No matter how pessimistically you can view today's society, you cannot claim that it's worse than 20 years ago. But that aside, now you can actually take a chance to see what you're in for in a few years. My mom recently got into corporate America, and I actually can see a change in her. And not for bad or for worse, but I can see a personality change. Corporate America feels very PC, very genuinely too nice for your own good type of feel. And this is actually the approach that people are going to use to hire you. So like the same things we can criticize are actually the same things we can be looking for at the same time. So to sum it up, what does this mean for people my age? Because that's really what I try to help people my age, because I think this life is way too complicated and I don't think people pay it enough respect. I think we spend too much time ignoring things that bother us when we're 20, when we're 30, when we're 40, when we could just think about them when we're 15, 16, and 17 and get them straight now. Because education is quickly learned, emotions are eventually dealt with. So pay attention to who you listen to, take everything with a grain of salt. Every adult can mean well, but intentions do not equal anything positive. So just make sure to be careful. Otherwise though, I hope you enjoyed that. It's really helpful if you're thinking about getting a corporate job or if you just have dreams of that. So yeah, appreciate you watching. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe. It helps me out. Give it a thumbs up and share it with a friend. Anyways, hope you're taking care. Stay safe during Corona. Love you guys.
I got enough talent to light up Chicago. I might move tomorrow. Pack bags.